legally blind. All right. Aries, the first square sign. Aries sun risings. The first square sign is midnight. All right. And y'all know the later it gets a little bit more darker again. All right. So I'm gonna brace myself. But Aries, you're the square sign, the first square sign we talking about. And I call this placing the passion into the blueprint. Placing the passion into the blueprint. Aries sun risings. Listen, man. The 10th house been doing numbers. The 10th house been doing numbers, Aries sun risings. All right, especially since Mars came up in there. So who else? Who was it? It was who got Mars in the so Capricorn sun risings, Aries sun risings. You guys have such a jacked up Mars right now. And whoever has Capricorn in the eighth house. Who has Capricorn in the eighth house? Gemini. Y'all's jacked up right now. And when I say jacked up Mars, like Mars is in a very powerful state. So this is why you have to be very conscious about if you're these signs, you have to be very conscious about how you're using this energy because it's just powerful energy and you don't want it to go to waste. And when you waste Mars energy, it turns into frustration. It just turns into a lot of you guys a lot of you guys have strong Mars placements and y'all don't be letting Mars, you don't be taking that dog out to the park to walk it, this, and the third, and the dog start going fucking crazy and tearing your house up. You know damn well that dog need to be walked outside. You know damn well that dog need to be taken to the dog park and do dog things. Mars is a dog too. Mars give me dog energy. But with that being said, though, shout out to all my Aries sun rising. I call this placing the passion into the blueprint. That Capricorn sun and moon placement is all up in that 10th house. So there's a lot of new things my Aries sun rising have been discovering about how they could present themselves to the world. May have been manifesting some opportunities in the workplace, promotion energy, or just gaining a new awareness, information on how they could navigate the career place to a more desired space. All right. Now, another thing, when you have strong 10th house placements, you start to realize how other people see you. You start to realize how the world sees you when you're dealing with strong 10th house placements. All right. Sister Ebony, Sister Ebony, I know I seen you with the dress, but I don't know if I shouted you out, sister. All right, Sister Neoma in the building, brother Etheric. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Sister Aisha. Shout out to all of you guys. All right. I've been seeing the green dress, sister. I just don't know if I ain't shot you out yet. All right. Okay. So when it comes into my no, it's all good, sister. My moon in the 10th, so I can't tell. um, so yeah, when we're looking at that, when you got strong 10th house transits, remember 10th house, highest point in the chart. It's how the world sees you. People in your personal life gonna see you this way. If you go talk to a celebrity or some shit, they don't look at the fucking LeBron James fucking children and wife don't look at that nigga like LeBron James, nigga. That's LeBron James. That's my fucking husband. That's my dad. Like you niggas look at him, LeBron James. Like so, your first house people don't look at you the way the 10th from your 10th house perspective. They don't look at you like that. Look at you as the person within the personal relationship they have with you. You feel me? So when we got strong 10th house transit, you start to understand how the world sees you though. And that helps you gain more awareness about how you can use that. Use that attention, use that to build, navigate things in your 10th house in some type of shape or form. All right, it's 11:11 on Central Timing. So shout out to y'all, make a wish. But like I said, we ain't on wishful thinking. We on manifestation thinking. All right. So Aries sunrise, I don't want y'all to because Aries sunrise, sometimes you don't be wanting to believe what you see sometimes because you cardinal fire. So you're gonna create your way of seeing something. Sometimes that shit's super powerful and positive. Sometimes it's negative, just like everything, just like all of our energies. There's a light side, there's a light charge, and a dark charge. But right now, Aries sunrise, like you may have people telling you about how you're seen in the 10th house, maybe from a negative perspective, something you need to tweak in your 10th house, something you're doing in career that you may want to you know, tweak in some type of shape or form. The ideas you got about how you want to navigate career. Aries, you gotta be a little bit open just to paying attention. And I don't want to give the perspective of you having to listen to everybody. No, because you need to do what the fuck your heart feels and the intention that you're trying to set is heavy Mars energy. So people in general, we can't get caught up in what other people think when we're dealing with heavy Mars energy, heavy Saturn energy. All right, even though Saturn does deal with some social energy, Saturn does have a social presence. Where is Saturn exalted at? Libra, seventh house. Um, so Saturn definitely understands to build. It takes some networking and relating, but that's why the Saturn placements are so fucking stingy. I don't want to say stingy, but they're so selective with how they connect to people because they look at people from a transactional perspective. Like, what do I gain from this relationship? What can I use from this relationship? And ain't nothing fucking wrong with looking at how you're using people. I'm fucking sorry. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm in my cat bag. Ain't nothing wrong with looking at how you're gonna use people in your life if you are willing to be used your damn self. A motherfucker that is willing to be used ain't looking at shit too crazy. Shit. We all get used at some point in our relationships. At some point in our fucking marriage, in our fucking intimate relationship with our girlfriend, boyfriend, then ain't turned into a marriage or whatever the fuck. We all getting used in some type of way. All right. But are you allowing yourself to be used in a healthy space? All right. Are you allowing yourself to be used? That's what it is. Who are you willing to be used for? What about that? You should have no problem. If you have a problem with the term being used, then you need to reevaluate what relationships are about. You need to reevaluate that. All right. So your parents, your dad had to use your mama, and your mama had to use your dad for you to get here. They used each other, trust me. All right. All right. Sister Shell with her wise self. What kind of agreement can we come to? Right? What things are we gonna honor in this exchange? Okay. So I just say all that from my Aries Sun risings to understand right now you're realizing how you can be used in the world. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let your talents, let your abilities in that 10th house flourish. Okay. Now, but I think that's the most important thing about the 10th house transit with the sun and the luminaries in there. Understanding how you're seen in the world, understanding what potential energy you're dealing with in the 10th house to establish a new sense of a presence with your identity to the world, or how you're navigating career in general. A lot of you guys just really just are going to have downloads or had downloads around this time that are influencing certain things with branding and business in general. All right, guys, so you don't want to let those things go over your head. You want to be in a state of application with those things. Now, the you have these energies in the 10th trining Uranus in the second. You got these energies in the 10th trining Uranus in the second. So right now, Aries Sun risings, you can manifest a lot of opportunity in your career houses, but also how you're seen in the world by allowing your individuality to be projected through your 10th house, by allowing yourself to take something that you're gifted with, talented with, and being extreme. You already an extreme sign, but being extreme about how you establish that. Like, you know what? Fuck that. I don't give a fuck what people see me for in the 10th house. Or matter of fact, let me not say that, but I don't care what type of box people are trying to put me in the 10th house, or how people try to label me in the 10th house. I know I have this gift. I know I have this sense of value. I got to stop caring about what people will think with me pushing it out. Even though this is a trine, is Uranus energy. So when you bring Uranus energy to the 10th house, it's usually going to be something that it might be opposing. Like, it might be opposing. It might be a little taboo. But this is a trine right now. So I just say that. So all my Aries Sun risings, if they have any ideas, it's very likely that this Capricorn season is probably a business, a brand, something you want to do in your 10th house, and it's not regular. It's not regular. You want to start a channel talking about whatever the fuck that is not regular, that is not common. You trying to project this, that, and the third, and it's something you're pioneering. But guess what? You are an Aries Sun rising. You are the pioneer. All right, especially if you a fucking Aries. I mean, no, both of you guys. You're an Aries rising. When do you ever get to do something and look at somebody else before they did it and be like, "Oh, that was inspiring"? You the one that got to be that. We all have our natural duties. You the trailblazer. So I believe around these times you start to realize that, and you start to embrace that you know that duty or that responsibility for the most part, and you can work past energies being projected on you for letting your raw talents and gifts being seen And that's going to be so powerful, you embracing that around this time, because it's just going to attract everybody that relates to that energy. All right. Guys, I had to make a whole brand and platform to find y'all. I was pushing all this spiritual shit, astrology shit on my personal page. I was pushing all of that shit out there. And I was connecting to people, this and the third, but it just got to a point I felt like, I was just I didn't like how I didn't like how the eyes felt from that perspective, because I just know everybody in my personal pages knows me from things before I started pushing this energy out, which was always the energy I was on. But if you really knew me personally, then you would know that. But the whole world seen me as a basketball player, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't keep doing this no more. I feel like I'm forcing knowledge on. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing shit. I gotta find my people. All right. So guys, sometimes y'all need to take the initiative to push out your individuality so you can find your people, so we can expand the church. And I think that's the type of energy that you're in right now, Aries Sun Rising. It may feel a little opposing, the thing you want to do in the 10th house in career. It may even be a lack of a support system, but you are your support system. You are your support system, man. I know some of my Aries might have heard that, but like, damn, Boro, I would like a support system. Aries, that sometimes that's what comes with some of that initiation phase as being an Aries Sun rising. You have a debilitated Venus, but you have a fucking super powered Mars influence. You gotta understand, Mars don't even like people being tagging along, because Mars be feeling like it be slowing it up. So Aries, you can't be too wishy-washy, because sometimes there's times you try to do things with other people and you like, you know what, I'd rather just do this shit on my own. It's just that it just get a little overwhelming in certain periods when you feel like you could have that support system. You could have that help here. Like, damn, can I get one time? Can it be one time I try to do something and this is a reference to look at? There's an example, but that's how you grow, Aries. All of us got to go through certain things to grow for our personal life paths, and that's always something that's going to be in your life path in some type of shape or form. All right, so I want y'all to embrace that around this time. Is a square energy, so I know energies could feel a little overwhelming. You're on the hot seat, but this is the character you're molding right now. These are the things that you're going into right now. So these are just, once again, maybe some of the initiation phases that you just have to, you just have to walk. It ain't gonna do nothing but empower you, Aries. All right, it ain't gonna do nothing but that. Okay, so we got that going on. 10th house is on fire, right? Mars is in there. Mars is in there, and then we got this energy trining Uranus in a second. Yep. So, being extreme about embracing your values, connecting your values, so they could be established. I'm sorry, y'all. I just realized I gotta get a little bit more Cappy colors in here. There we go. I'm so lame for that. I don't know. I was just that red threw me off a little bit. I'm like, I know we talking about Aries, but we in Cap season. So, um, yeah, yeah. So much value Aries has to bring to the table. You guys might have direct ideas right now about things to make money, this that, and the third. It may not be so much about helping people and servicing people, but it damn sure is a good idea to make some money right now, and it'll help you take control and power over your reality, and probably not, because you don't do well with authority, so it might eventually help you transition out of a situation where you become the authority. But becoming a boss, you got to pay the cost. All right, you're dealing with some 10th house energies right now, so I'm sure you're realizing that more and more. But that's only helping mold the potential for you to get into that authority position. So please be very confident with how you're bringing any talent to the world right now, how you're investing into any second house energy right now. All right. And because you got that energy with Uranus in the second house, this is why you guys are either being extreme, trying to detach and transform and change negative values out your life, or you're going to run into extreme situations holding on to negative values. It's white and black. It's white and black. The lucky Libra told you that. All right. So I don't want y'all to deal with the negative extreme. Um, then you guys also have the sextile to Neptune in the 12th house. Okay. So not only is your creative juices on fire right now, but not only is Uranus pushing you for your individuality to be seen as, and telling you don't condense your fucking individuality to the world when you the fucking individual sign, when you the sign in the zodiac that represents individuality, is also saying, look how much experience you have with understanding how to, deal with your creative process in some type of shape, from how you could be seen as an example for that in the 10th. So this is also another great placement for like any Aries sun rising that's Any Aries sun rising that's dealing with something on a creative level, like this is a great time to just throw all of that shit in the air. To throw all of it in the air right now. You can connect. You got Neptune in the 12th. What does the 12th house deal with? Connecting to the collective consciousness. What does Neptune want to do? It wants to connect. It wants to spread. It wants to heal. It wants to understand your art, your ideology, your presence in the 10th house, what you're giving to the world, what you're giving, maybe pushing out in the 10th house in some type of shape or form can manifest a lot of opportunities, even in a mild scale. Some of you guys in your workplace right now, your ability to show how helpful you can be in a workplace, how serviceable you can be in the workplace right now, that alone can lead into some type of opportunity. You feel me? Your fucking boss is like, yo, you know what? You ain't no regular worker for real. Something special about you. Just put your ass in another position for some shit. All right. People personalities manifest opportunities all the time. I'm a Libra. Take it from me. I get it. I done got into certain places just because I could, hey, how you doing? I got a nice smile and shit. Just being a fucking people person gets you a long fucking way. Some people gotta work on that. Some people gotta start there. There's some women I be looking at. I'm like, the resting bitch face be sexy, but I think you're blocking a little bit of opportunity. I think you're blocking just a tad bit, little bit of opportunity. All right. It's one thing to be we have normalized making being unbothered like the cool thing. No, be happy. What the fuck is so wrong with walking down the street and saying hi to somebody you don't know? Hey, how you doing? What the fuck? And take it from I'm a Cap rising. I'm a Cap moon rising. All right. Cap risings be one of them niggas. All right. That's where my Libra sun actually does some fucking good shit for once. So in 2024, let's work on being a little bit spreading our happiness a little bit. Sometimes you gotta fake happiness, y'all, to get happy. I'm dead at sometimes you gotta fake a vibration a little bit till that shit become real. All right, y'all. All right. All right. So we got that going on. Um uh and then when I say the resting bitch face is sexy, that's because I'm crazy. I just want to I just want to see how I could take that face off your face. So stay away from niggas like me. All right. So Aries sun rising, we got that going on. Then we got the right sex out of Neptune in the 12th. So yeah, your ability to you can just connect so crazy right now through 10th house endeavors because you have such a sensitive feel on other people's emotions right now. All right. Then we got Mars and Capricorn in his 10th house doing numbers, trining Jupiter in the second house. All right, so we already know Jupiter has so much potential to expand the second house with different forms of stability and security by Aries being intentional about how they're going to use second house things. You got Jupiter in the second house. Oh man, it could seem like things could manifest overnight and things could come into fruition and expand overnight by investing into a second house trait that you have. All right. So hopefully my Aries sun rising has been finding their groove with some of these things over in the course of 2023, experimenting because I know Jupiter is going to has thrown you into some experiences for you to understand the talents and the things you have that you're good at, or there's been a strong spiritual calling to invest into something that you believe you can use to help the world, service the world. And that might have created some intensity, not experimenting with those things. But right now, this is such a powerful time because Mars is in your 10th house. It's in Capricorn exalted. It's in 10th. It's exalted in the 10th house. So right now, I know Mars. I mean, I know Aries Sunrise. I know how fucking passionate and driven you are into manifesting things from a career perspective, stability and security. This, that, and the third. But with Jupiter coming in to help in the second house, guys, as much as the business idea may seem positive, as much as the plan to do this and that third seem like has the potential to make a lot of money, is as much as your value system needs to be you need to be on top of that right now. Because what's one thing Jupiter has been doing in your second house has been trying to evolve your value system in general. So let's say Jupiter got into the second house, we have an Aries sun rising that was very that glorified money, currency itself. You look at currency like it's a fucking like it's real or some shit instead of understanding it's a tool. You may have ran into some intense situations to help you expand your outlook in a more philosophical way of just looking at the currency from an energy perspective, right? So Jupiter gets into Earth houses, especially the second house, and it makes us develop more of a philosophical outlook on things. Okay. So hopefully, when it comes into your ability to trust, it's almost like being Aries sunrise is almost like with Jupiter being in your second house. No matter what you've been doing, what you've been trying to build and structure, you just have to. Jupiter keeps reminding you, nigga, stop paying attention to the results. This and that third. Be one with the process. Be one with the process of developing this, structuring this. Have some faith in what you're doing, and stop getting too driven about what you could gain back from something in some type of shape or form. All right, a lot of people that have Jupiter or Neptune in the second house, these be the people. I'm telling you, these be the people get rich and get that shit away. These are people that get millionaires, billionaires, and they're extra charitable, because they have more of an expanded way of looking at the bread. All right. So I think a lot of Aries are going through learning a lot of those things around this time. Okay, so we got that going on, and then lastly we have this, and then remember Mars. Mars is going crazy in your 10th house, right? There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of things that could are undergoing transformation, but you can be the one to really support that transformation and get things to more of a desired state by utilizing all the things Jupiter been teaching you in your second house about what positive values help build stability and security in your life, what people, places, and things you should be valuing in your life in some type of shape or form, what people, places, and things you should value in your life in some type of shape or form that impact your finances, right? Aries Sun Rising may have some friends that don't give a fuck about what you're trying to build, this and that third, but every time they invite you, every time they hit you up, it is involved spending money. It's like, damn, why my friends always make me like can't just chill and do this weekend? We can't do that. Some of y'all dating somebody right now, you gotta spend a bunch of money every time you with their ass. It's like, damn, when the fuck you want to just come over and have a movie night? I done cooked I got food in the house now. All right. A brother be trying to embrace a brother be trying to, nigga pay rent. I want to fill my house out. You be trying to bring me out the house. No, you need to get your. We went on enough dates. We having a movie day at my house. Oh, we done. You gotta give them ultimatum sometimes, fellas. They be mad when we want them to come to the house first link, but then be mad when we don't want to go out that many times. Ladies, you can't have it all. All right, the lucky Libra said you got to compromise. Okay, bring your ass to the crib. Let's have this movie night. All right, Ashe, God is good. Okay, so Aries Sun Rising. That's what we got going on with that trine to Jupiter in a second, and then we got the sextile to Saturn in the 12th. Got the sextile to Saturn in the 12th. So a lot of my Aries Sun Risings, as much as y'all be on go, as passionate as y'all are, with Saturn transiting your 12th house, there's been a lot of times that when it comes into something you want to create, you guys are starting to learn that you can't just jump into an impulsive energy every time you want to kitchi ya ya ta ta mocha like a latte from Starbucks. Put some oat milk in that mother flipper with a little bit of extra caramel. Shout out to Chakra Khan in the building. Deacon from the hip. I might have missed Chakra Khan if you ain't hit that. Nah, Deacon from the hip, you be wildin', bro. I heard that get you yaya from mad far away just now. Chakra Khan be having us turned up when she come in the fucking building. All right. But so that's what's going on. Saturn in the 12th house, a lot of my Aries Sun rises as impulsive as y'all just be wanting to be when y'all jump into shit. No, Saturn's like, no, hell nah. You better come up with a blueprint for that shit, Aries Sun rising, before you birth something, before you jump into some first house energy. All right. So a lot of my Aries Sun rising has been maturing this past year, learning how to be a little bit more steady before they allow their passion to just do what it does. All right. And you want to continue to trust that energy, but because you have the sun and moon in the 10th house and they're harmonizing with Saturn, which is a 10th house energy, it's important for my Aries Sun rising to understand to work within and work without. A lot of you guys are in a space right now, Saturn in the 12th house. You're learning to, there's a lot of shadow work involved here, Saturn in the 12th house, right? A lot of things that you might be being stripped of this last year because it's not supportive of your healing. It's not helping you deal with your healing process for things in the 12th house that need to be cleared up in some type of shape or form. All right. And now that you got Saturn harmonizing with your 10th house energies, a lot of my Aries sun risings are able to, a lot of you guys are going to be able to establish, right, a new sense of a blueprint right now in your 10th house and stay committed to that. Saturn's going to be there to help you stay committed to that, and it's going to be there to be very loud when you start to entertain any person, place, or thing that's taking you away from what you've committed yourself to the 10th house. All right, Aries sun rising. My biggest thing with y'all this year is really staying concentrated and committed. When you mix motherfucking determination with a blueprint, is game over. It's just game over. That's it. That's it. When you have somebody that's devoted towards doing something and they're telling you like, yeah, I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm not gonna stop. I'm just not gonna stop. You feel me? That's some powerful shit. Some powerful shit. All right. So that's what we got going on with my Aries sun risings. Taurus sun risings.